Hi Fleur, how you doing today? Thanks for being with us.
Hi, I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good times, good times. So who is Fleur? Tell us a bit more about yourself and what we don't know yet.
Wow. Yes, I'm Fleur, singer-songwriter from East London, Walthamstow, East 17, got to represent. Yeah, I've basically been singing for a while now, I think since the age of 14 properly really, but I've always been singing ever since I could talk. And yeah, this is what I'm about. I'm trying to break through now into the industry and trying to make my mark. And that's me really.
Sounds good, sounds good. How did you get to where you are today? Like, how did it all start for you?
Wow, I think it all started from when I joined a little performing arts thing in East London called Ladders. And it was sort of like an after school club. And we all sort of went and we used to just write songs and, you know, get things together. And at the end of each year, we used to do like a big performance. And then that's when I sort of found my love for it. And after that, from like the age of 16, I started getting into a girl group with my friends. We performed, we did so much stuff. We did TV, radio. And then I sort of hopped from girl group to girl group. So I did like 2 more after that. And I think in that process, I was kind of finding my feet. But I learned a lot because I went through different experiences, like doing showcases for record companies, you know, getting into the studio more. And then for the past year, I've been solo, and I think I've achieved a lot in that time. And now I think I've really found my feet, and I'm quite comfortable now doing what I'm doing.
Sounds good, sounds good. Did you have a lot of support from your family, or did you find support hard to come by?
No, actually, I was really lucky. Because I know a lot of people in the industry don't really have a lot of support. It's quite difficult, but fortunately for me, my family have always been into music and they've loved it. And I think they know that they've instilled that in me. And yeah, from an early age, they've always been encouraging me. So yeah, I've had a lot of support.
Okay. From what you've experienced so far, how hard would you say it is to get into the music industry?
It's interesting. I think it's not hard as long as you're determined. That's the main thing. You just keep doing it and keep working at your craft and perfecting it. And then the main thing is networking. That's all it is. It's really about who you know. I know people say that all the time, but it really is, because literally you can make one connection and that's all you need. You've got your foot in the door, and once that's happened, it's really easy from there.
Then you're on your way.
Yeah, I think so.
Was there any moments where you just wanted to stop because it was too hard or things weren't going your way, or?
Definitely. That's one thing about the industry. It's always up and down. Like, there's been times where I'm just kind of sitting in my room thinking, oh my God, I've been doing this for a while. Like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? And I think you just got to keep focused and keep encouraging yourself and just have faith. Know that what you're doing is the right thing, and then just pick yourself up again, really.
Being a female artist, would you say that it's harder to prove yourself in the scene? Is it an equal playing field for both you and male artists?
Yeah, I think it's equal. I think it's quite equal. Yeah, I don't think that's ever been an issue, actually. Yeah.
Some female artists would say that it is slightly more difficult for them. They've got to do certain things outside of what they would usually do just to get a little bit of exposure. Would you agree, or?
Maybe, I think, but it depends on the path that you take. I think along my journey so far, I haven't had to do anything like that. I think it's been purely based on what I have to bring to the table. So in terms of my songwriting, my vocal ability, thankfully, that's all I've had to kind of push to get there.
How did being signed come about, and how did you end up singing for DJ Fresh on tour?
Well, it basically comes back to the who you know thing. Because I was with my manager for about 1.5 years, and then he's always been like pushing me and, you know, kind of talking about me to people in the industry, so they sort of knew about me. And then he knew DJ Fresh's manager, and he was looking for someone for the live lounge. And then I did a sort of little demo, and he asked me to do a live lounge, and then after that he needed someone for the tour, and then I just jumped on it that way, basically. So he liked me, thankfully, and that's how I got that. And then the record company just approached my manager, Strictly Rhythm, and they just said they were interested, and then I signed in January, so it's not been long now.
Well, it sounds like it's been a good ride so far in terms of getting signed and whatnot. Do you think your efforts have paid off so far, or do you think there's still more effort you have to put in?
I think there's always more effort. Like, it's never going to stop. I think even when I get to the point where maybe I've won a Brit Award and a Grammy or something, I'm still going to be like, okay, what's the next thing? Like, I'm always like that. I'm really hard on myself. So, yeah, I think I have done really well so far, but I'm always pushing myself. So there's a lot more to do, definitely.
Despite the fact that you're obviously getting somewhere with your music, the graft that you've put in, would you do it all over again, or would you do certain things differently, or?
Yeah, I've always thought that, actually. Like, a few people have said to me, like, oh, you did all these girl groups, you know, do you feel like you just wasted time? Like, you should have just been solo from the beginning. And I think that, no, I really believe that everything happens for a reason. I strongly believe that. And I wouldn't have done it any other way, because I gained all my confidence by doing everything that I've been involved in. And I wouldn't be the artist that I am today if I hadn't been through that. So, no, I wouldn't change anything.
For sure. Do you think that the way you've been brought up has contributed to the way you've presented yourself and the music that you make and how you've come up in the game? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I think my parents have always taught me to, you know, work hard and always, you know, stay disciplined and things like that. And I think that's what's kept me in the game. And also, yeah, in terms of like how I am in the business, it's kept me humble, it's kept me grounded. And yeah, you know, it does affect my writing, because obviously I write about my experiences and all of that. So yeah, it's all helped.
So it's clear to see that your strength and passion comes from, you know, your upbringing and your parents and the support that's around you and so on and so forth. Are you working on any projects at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment I'm in the studio and I'm working with a lot of people, just kind of recording and songwriting. I've worked with quite a few people. I've worked with White Nerd. He produced the Loic SEN track, How We Roll. I've worked with Will Sims, producers called Cutline, Hawks and P3000, and obviously, because I'm working with DJ Fresh, I've done a few things with him. And yeah, that's the main thing really, just getting my music together and releasing some stuff this year. So
sounds promising. So from what you've experienced, and what advice would you have for anyone who wants to be part of the music industry?
Yeah, I think there's three main things to consider when getting into the music industry. One is faith. You really have to have faith. Like, if you don't believe in what you're doing, no one else is going to take you seriously. No one's going to believe you. I think the second thing is determination. Like, you really, really have to be driven. And that's the thing that's going to keep you pushing, keep you motivated. And then I think you just always have to be patient. That's a massive thing, patience. Because that's the thing that's going to keep you focused. It takes a while. It is hard. I mean, all the big players in the game, it's not been easy. It's taken a few people years to get to where they are, so you have to really be patient. Yeah.
Well, thanks for being with us today. Appreciate talking to you, and thanks for sharing this time with us.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.